Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Sea Bass with Dill. Today, I've got another pasta dish for you that I know you're gonna love. It's really easy. It's almost one pot. But before we get into that, do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of these great recipes. So yeah, we're doing a pasta today. Really easy to do, very limited ingredients in the oven, except for the pasta we'll do on the stove. But here's the ingredients that you're gonna need to make this dish today. You know we need some pasta. Now you can use whatever you like. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the name of this pasta, but I like the way it looked, so that's why I'm using it today. I've got some shrimp. You know we're gonna use the Bassetts Blend all-purpose seasoning today. We've got some tomatoes. Now one of the great things about this is I buy these little tomatoes all the time, and I don't always get through them. And these are on the verge of going sort of bad, but not bad. So we're gonna use those. We got some avocado oil, some Boursin cheese here, and then a little bit of spinach to finish it off. First thing that we've got to do for this recipe is to get our shrimp seasoned. So I've got my shrimp here. They're all peeled, tails removed, deveined, and cleaned out. Make sure you've got clean shrimp, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna season these up. We got a little bit of Slap Your Mama. You know it's shrimp, so we gotta have some Old Bay. And then of course my Bassett's Blend all-purpose seasoning. Now you can use whatever seasonings you like, but I'm telling you, this is a great mix. So go ahead, we'll get these all coated and covered so that they're nice and seasoned. And it's gonna add some great flavor to our pasta. Once we got that all mixed together and seasoned up, they should look like this. We'll go ahead, we'll set this to the side, and we'll start to get ready for the rest of the recipe. All right, first we're gonna go ahead and cook our shrimp about 3/4 of the way done. We've got a cast iron skillet here. We've got this on a medium-high heat. We're gonna add in a little bit of avocado oil. And then I'm gonna throw in a little bit of butter as well. We're gonna let this heat up. Once that heats up, we'll go ahead, add in our shrimp. Again, give those a nice sear on both sides, and then we'll get into the rest of the dish. Okay, our pan is nice and hot. The butter's starting to froth a little bit. It's got a great nutty smell. Lets me know that my pan is ready, the butter's ready. We're gonna go ahead and add in our shrimp. And we're gonna space these out a little bit. And we don't want to touch them. We're just gonna let them sear on the one side about 2 to 3 minutes. And then we'll flip them over, cook them for another 2 to 3 minutes, and pull them out of the pan. And then we'll finish them off once our pasta is ready, when our sauce is ready to go. We don't want to overcook the shrimp because then we get rubbery, chewy, nasty shrimp. So we'll let this cook about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll flip that over. All right, we've been about 2.5 minutes now. My shrimp are starting to curl up. We can see a little pink on there. It lets me know it's a good time to flip. Look at that, we got some great color on there. So again, we'll flip these all over. Give this just another couple minutes, and then we'll pull those off. All right, it's time to pull off our shrimp. They've been cooking literally about 5.5, 6 minutes on here. So we'll go ahead, we're gonna cut the heat off of our pan. And we're gonna use this same pan to do the rest of our sauce. So let's get our shrimp out. And we'll just set these off to the side. And now for the tomatoes. We're just gonna add them in whole, just like they are, into this pan. We're gonna hit those with just a little bit more of our oil. That's gonna help those blister up in the oven. Next, we're gonna add in our Boursin cheese right into the middle of this, like so. Hit that with some red pepper flakes. A little bit of oregano. You can tell that pan is still hot. Those tomatoes are starting to blister really well. And then we're gonna go just a pinch of salt. And now we're gonna put this whole pan into the oven, 400 degrees, for about 15, 20 minutes or so, once those tomatoes really burst open. Okay, so our sauce is in the oven now. It's in our cast iron pan, 400 degree oven, 15, 20 minutes should be about all it takes. We're waiting for that cheese to melt a little bit, those tomatoes to burst, so that we can mix that all together to create our sauce. While we're waiting for that to cook, we're gonna go ahead and get our pasta started, and we definitely wanna make sure that we reserve some of our pasta water so that we can thin our sauce out and get it to our desired consistency. All right, this pan is screaming hot, so please be careful. We'll go ahead, we're gonna add in some spinach. We'll add that in while this is nice and hot. It's gonna help make it wilt and get incorporated into our sauce here. Hand towel, and we're just gonna begin to mix this together. Look how easily that cheese breaks up. Tomatoes are nice and squishy. They're ready to burst open in here. And this is gonna create a fantastic, fantastic sauce for us. We're just gonna press on these until they're all nice and mushed together. You can see that with the cheese, it's a little on the thick side. That's totally okay. As the spinach starts to wilt down, it'll all come together. You can see we've got our pasta water here. That's gonna help thicken this, thin that out, not thicken it, thin that out a little bit. Let's go ahead, we'll add in just a pinch of that. Look at this creaminess just come together. This is gonna make a fantastic, fantastic sauce. You can see that spinach start to wilt there. Let's go ahead, we'll add in our shrimp now. Let's save a couple for our garnish on the top there. Look at that. That is amazing. So easy. Again, just one pot here. And look how it's all coming together. This is easy dish. Easy dish. You can literally, if you don't want the shrimp, you don't have to use it. If you're not looking for a protein, you just need a quick pasta dish. You can literally do this in 25, 30 minutes, right? So easy, so easy. All right, last step that we've got to do here is we've got to just add in our pasta. All right, we'll add in our pasta. Give this a nice stir to combine, and then it'll be time to plate up. Look at that. Oh, that is, smells amazing. This Boursin cheese with this recipe, the flavors, the aroma, this is great. Let's go ahead, we'll get plated up, and then we'll give this a nice little taste test. Okay. I love this bowl. I think it just works. It's a great pasta bowl. Makes the food just look really, really elegant and excellent. So we get this in here, make sure I got some shrimp, find some spinach, a couple of these tomato pieces in here. Like I said, we saved a couple of shrimp for our garnish on top, so this is gonna be really great. Clean plate, right? And then a nice little, that back inside there. A couple of shrimp on the top. Like so. We need a little bit of fresh basil. Some grated parm. I love a good basil flower garnish to finish it off. But I'm thinking also, last touch, a little fresh ground black pepper. Now that is a good looking pasta. This may have been one of the easiest pasta dishes I've ever made. It smells delicious. Oh, and tastes even better. The creaminess from the cheese, the richness, the acid from the tomatoes. Until the next dish, y'all.